हेलो जनता। शुरू करने के पहले बता दूं कि दिस इज आवर सेकंड एवर एपिसोड ऑफ लूनी टॉक्स एंड फेस रिवील कमिंग एट 100 सब्सक्राइबर्स. So please, if you want to see our sexy ass faces, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please comment about anything really. So with that being said, let's get started with the episode. We're here. What a quarterfinal it was. We saw the clash of the titans between Belgium and Italy. We saw England play fantastically. We saw a good match between Czech Republic and Denmark. So here to talk about the quarterfinals is my friend Mr. Akbar. Say hi.
Hello.
So let's get started. Why don't we? We can't start anywhere else but the match between Belgium and Italy. भाई इटली क्या खेला भाई. मतलब it's really hard to compare them to anybody else because they're so unique in their style and in their method of play. But if I think the closest thing would be Manchester City to, I mean, how Manchester City play in the league and how Italy's playing currently. It's almost similar. And Belgium put up a good fight. Belgium put up a good fight. Second half was good. But overall, over the throughout the 90 minutes, it always was Italy's match, wasn't it? What did you think of that game?
Best moment of the match
Yeah.
was when Insigne fell down in the penalty box, and then he got up right after the goal was scored.
वो इंडियन हरकत नहीं है थोड़ा सा.
Exactly. So वो मतलब बड़ा ही मजा आया मुझे.
पर
देख
आज
के.
नहीं, बट आजकल तो मतलब सोशल मीडिया की जनरेशन है ना, तो मतलब कुछ भी, मतलब एक्टिंग तो किसी को भी आती है फिर.
हाँ. लाइक हम देखते हैं कि फुटबॉलर्स मतलब गिरते हैं, गिर के वो करते रहते हैं, बट देन मतलब ये एक मोमेंट अलग ही था कि मतलब बंदा गिरा, गिर के वो नौटंकी मार भी रहा है, और जैसे ही गोल घुसा वो उठ गया सेलिब्रेट करने के.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
So, अच्छा, moving past that, Italy played like a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Insigne अपनी नौटंकी के बावजूद भी he's a really good player.
Yeah.
Then Immobile,
Yeah.
that guy, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. So I feel Belgium could have created more chances. Maybe Belgium could have played better, but then Belgium somehow, I think they just let it slip, because initially we were thinking that KDB is not going to play, but then we see that KDB played. Hazard didn't play though, but then Lukaku and KDB could have created more chances, you know.
Yeah, there was one clear-cut chance for Lukaku in the second half.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Like that should have been taken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when like you're playing in the quarterfinals and you're a team like Belgium, you should have been like more vigilant, you know, in your gameplay. So
yeah, but apart from that Insignia incident, it was a pretty entertaining match, I would say.
Yeah.
Well deserved victory. I mean, the team Italy deserved to win. Let's not, I don't know how else to put it, but Italy really did deserve to win. Belgium, I think Eden Hazard, the injury to Eden Hazard against Portugal, that really affected Belgium's kind of play style. But overall, I think Italy strong favorites to win the tournament. What do you feel?
yeah, I agree. Like initially everyone was saying France.
Yeah.
Now looking at Italy's game, because I think Italy's group was initially very weak. Turkey and all of that. So because of that, nobody really focused on Italy, you know.
Yeah, but then Italy is unbeaten for a very 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 long
Italy,
time. Yeah.
Actually, I think just in the last match, the record was broken, or else like Italy was the first team ever in the Euros to not concede a goal. So that was a pretty big thing, and even that goal was like a penalty. So
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a mistake of the defenses. It was a mistake of like it wasn't a mistake. Come on, it was just a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
So I feel like Italy does have a chance, and on the other hand, I feel like England has a great chance to
Yeah. Coming to
go
England's game against Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine, I would say, won hearts throughout the tournament with their vigor, with their youthful vigor. I would say, because no one was expecting Ukraine to do so well, and I mean, especially I wasn't. I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect Ukraine to do this well, but still reaching the quarterfinals against all odds. That's a pretty good tournament for them. But what did you think about England's match against Ukraine?
England. I every match in the playoffs, I've been thinking that England's gonna go on.
Mm.
Like even in the round of 16, I was thinking this is it. England's out. Germany's gonna qualify. But then they did beat Germany. That was kind of a boring match, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, England did regroup well. I mean, after the draw with Scotland, I thought that this is it for England. Like English football is going down now.
Yeah, the match against Scotland, I feel Gareth Southgate, the coach,
Yeah.
England's head coach, I feel he got his team selection wrong and his tactics wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, England looked pretty solid throughout the tournament, didn't they? I mean,
Yeah, they did. I mean, the defense was really good, but then in the attacking, like something was lacking. But then those guys have an advantage, like they have Harry Kane,
yeah,
and then they have like good players they can substitute in as well. Like last
Yeah.
match, they substituted in Rashford like towards the 75th minute, I guess. So they have a lot of options, a lot of young options, which again like was kind of expected from France because they had a lot of young players,
Talent. Yeah.
young talent actually. So looks good that England has been able to use their young talent and get something out of it. So
yeah. So basically, it's going to be interesting moving forward.
yeah.
The semifinals are going to be really, really extremely interesting. Moving on to the next match, Spain, your team, Spain. Well, what did you feel about their performance against? Who was it?
It was against Spain versus. Yeah, it was Switzerland.
Yeah.
So actually, I was kind of low key expecting Spain to win because, of course, it's Switzerland. Come on, like
Yeah.
I mean, Switzerland. They did put a fight against France, and they did win the match. But it was kind of like it looked like they were low key expecting the game to go to penalties.
Yeah,
And
let's be brutally honest. Switzerland, I think this is and जानता रिमाइंडर है ये कि ये सिर्फ हम दोनों की ओपिनियंस है. अगर आपको अपनी ओपिनियन शेयर करनी है प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट कर दीजिएगा. तो आई फील कि Switzerland went through because yeah they did play pretty good. They were pretty solid. But I feel it was a lack of France's capabilities. I mean, it was basically France lacked the attacking prowess. So I mean, not lacked, but then they basically went through because France didn't play well.
Yeah.
Is what I feel.
Yeah.
So against Spain, it was expected. I mean, you were expecting Spain to win.
Yeah, I was expecting Spain to win. But then the thing with Switzerland is that, I feel they really like to park the bus. Like all maximum of the players are inside the penalty box defending, and they just like defend after waves and waves of attacks, and somehow France wasn't able to break through the defenses, and somehow Spain did break through the defenses. So eventually, I mean, Spain would have won it in the legal time, but then just because of that guy Leporte and that other guy in the
Yeah.
defense who messed up, Shaqiri was able to put in a goal.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think that Spain did not give any other chances. Like apart from one or two that were defended eventually, they hadn't given any more chances. But then I feel that if that wasn't a goal, then I feel that within first 90 minutes, the Spain would have won the match.
Yeah.
But then considering that. considering the fact that Spain, which had like not been able to score in five of its previous penalties, did win the penalty shootout, shows that how much like a class difference there is, between a good team and a
Yeah.
new-sided team. Like Switzerland, of course,
Yeah,
we had to
no
face the fact
offense, but
it's just a new-sided team.
yeah,
So and Spain, like it has a history of good players,
good players and winning tournaments.
and winning tournaments. So yeah, I feel that influence somehow drove Spain into winning the penalty shootout.
And what I feel is, I mean, I've been following Spain. I've been following Spain throughout the Euros, right from the very start. It's funny actually, but then I think the Spanish team kind of grew in confidence as the tournament progressed, especially the win against Switzerland. I mean, it proved that they can hang in there, and they can basically fight dirty if need be,
Yeah.
and come out on top. What do you think about the Spanish team's confidence? Because the thing with the defense as well, they left out Sergio Ramos. I mean, we all know what kind of player Sergio Ramos is. Won the World Cup with Spain, won the Euros with Spain, multiple Champions League winner, multiple won La Liga multiple times. I feel it is kind of a new defense, because if I'm not mistaken, Sergio Ramos played for Spain in the qualifiers, and he was left out for the actual tournament.
Yeah, even De Gea actually, like both
Yeah,
of them,
but
they were
De
left
Gea's
out
on
from
the bench.
Yeah.
So Sergio Ramos. So the defense is kind of new, lacking that Sergio Ramos experience. But it's funny to see actually, because it's growing in confidence, isn't it? The Spanish team. Look at Morata. The dude started out with some pretty horrendous performances.
Yeah, he sucked.
Yeah, but then eventually, as gradually he gained confidence. So, what do you feel about that? What do you think is the key factor to their change in mentality? I would say, because they were sitting back, weren't they? In the first two games, they went. I mean, the first game, yeah, they had possession, like what, 75% possession, but then they couldn't break them down. So, what do you feel about that?
I feel that you see, one factor that comes into play is that they're Spain. Like they're a team from which everyone expects something. Like Spain has shown such a class of football that now seeing Spain as an underdog is kind of like not acceptable to a lot of people. So that one thing that a lot of people expect something out of this team, that kind of made them regroup. And then again that final match against Czech Republic, I think, in which they scored 5 goals before the round of 16 match. Yeah. So I guess it was with the Czech Republic.
I'm really not sure.
If anyone knows, then
please comment कर दीजिएगा नीचे. Help us out. Yeah.
help us out. So whoever it was against, they scored those 5 goals. And then again in the round of 16, we saw that Spain was a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
Like Morata, he was playing really good. But then I think in the previous match, they kind of like took it a bit defensively, the game. Like maybe they were expecting like Switzerland to open up their attack, and then they would just snatch up the ball and then go forward. But then again, the thing is that Spain, unlike many new teams, they don't play with that strategy of like, keeping everyone in the defense and then just holding out for a strike. They play like all these big teams, like in a formation, the defense holds the line. That was actually like one or two instances when Shaqiri couldn't get through because it was an offside.
Offside, yeah.
So
they hold a pretty high line.
Yeah, they hold a pretty high line.
Yeah.
And then again, like even in the attack, they really maintain positions. Like the wingers are always in the wings.
Yeah.
They're there for the players, and they coordinate amongst themselves. So, and their passing is pretty good actually. So I feel like, the Spanish element of the football is still there. But then somehow they need to figure out how to break through the defenses, and I think that will come with experience.
Do you think Morata is a valid candidate for for spearheading the Spanish attack, or do you think we need? I mean, the Spanish team needs a different striker.
I mean, Morata, the way he controls the ball,
Yeah.
the way he runs, and his height as well, like those things are elements that make a good striker.
Yeah.
But then somehow or the other, this guy just misses the shots right when in front of the goal.
Yeah.
You know, like even that's the problem with Koke as well. Like Koke
Yeah.
is the guy who just shoots right at the goalkeeper,
Yeah.
and Morata is the guy who doesn't shoot even at the goal.
Yeah.
So I feel like this guy's young, so he needs to like clear his head. You know, he needs to get his priorities straight. He needs to think about the game, and he needs to cool himself down. Eventually, that'll make him like a more calculated player because
Yeah.
we've seen even when he scored the goal, those shots were like unnecessary. Like the pace on the ball was unnecessary. He could have just like chipped the ball in, and it would have gone into the goal. But then like he shot the ball like as if he was shooting it from the midfield.
Yeah.
So because of all that, sometimes the ball gets overshot. It goes in different directions. If Morata is able to control all these things, I think he can be a really promising player.
Yeah. Another factor I feel why Spain won the penalty shootout and not Switzerland is because winning is in their DNA, you know. So you take a relatively young team, aka Switzerland, and you take a team which has won. I mean, not this team, but they have a rich past.
Yeah, the brand.
Yeah. So I feel that helped them get over the line because during the penalty shootout, the Swiss team didn't look confident at all, did they? I mean, what was going through your head when the match went to a penalty shootout?
I mean, I was thinking that if it's a penalty shootout, Spain's gonna lose. Because if you see, Spain in this tournament
Yeah.
hasn't been able to score even a single penalty. So I was thinking like if it's a penalty, it's gonna be a tough call. Like 90% Spain's gonna lose. And again, like that thing was there, you know, that superstition, football superstition that, you know, like Spain lost against Russia
Yeah.
in penalties in the round of 16 in St. Petersburg. And the match was being played there itself. So, but then, yeah, eventually I think Spain did regroup. Like in the first shot, when Busquets missed the shot,
Yeah.
I was like, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's done. And then again, like Switzerland scored a penalty. But then Simone, like, I really feel that after that own goal
Yeah.
in the previous match,
Yeah.
Simone has somehow really bucked up, you know. He defended like a beast in this penalty shootout. I feel like he's becoming a really promising player,
Yeah.
and that's actually a testament that how much Spain has a potential to be a great team. Like every player in this tournament, every player in this team actually, like they have the potential, but they're somehow not coordinated enough. I wouldn't say not driven enough. Like they look driven, but then I would say they're not experienced enough, you know, to be to recreate the magic of the yesteryears of
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
So I feel like if these guys are able to coordinate amongst themselves, they're able to hold the ball better, they're able to calculate themselves better, then I feel like this team can really do well in the future.
Yeah. So moving on, the match between Czech Republic and Denmark. I honestly didn't find it too captivating. It was good. It was good. The first half was calculated. Both teams were trying to get a feel for the game, and then second half Czech Republic really did come out with all guns firing, didn't they? Because they were hell bent on scoring, which ironically enough they didn't do. But what did you think about that match?
I mean, yeah, that match actually, it was one of the matches I was looking forward to. Like Denmark versus Czech Republic. Like I thought that it would be a evenly matched game that was like, you know, a high scoring one.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it was kind of boring. Like initially when Denmark started scoring, I felt that like Czech Republic would soon return some goals, but then I thought like it would go like, like Denmark is in the lead, then Czech Republic's in the lead, then again Denmark, then again Czech Republic, like those classic
Yeah.
exciting matches. But then, yeah, it turned out to be a pretty clear-cut shot, like Denmark won it.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the first 10 minutes of the second half, the Czech team didn't really do that much. I feel because first half they were very there were a couple of half chances I would say, but nothing clear cut. But then this Danish team, they did pretty well considering one of their main players, Christian Eriksen, isn't even in the tournament anymore. So, what did you make of their tournament so far? I mean, what do you think about this team, and how far do you think they will go? Oh, we'll come to that. Actually, we'll give you guys our prediction for the final or for the champion. So, what do you think about the
Well,
Danish
I think that honestly, like, I think that was a great thing for Denmark. Like, seeing one of their players in that critical condition, I think the Danish players have a fire going within themselves, like, कि अभी तो जीतनी है भाई,
बिल्कुल.
अभी तो एरिक्सन के लिए करनी है. Like,
But then it can go both ways because remember Germany versus Brazil, Neymar wasn't playing and they brought out Neymar's jersey and we all know what happened. 7-1 and then but then they really did regroup and they really do have a fire in their belly, don't they? They look like a team on a mission now, don't they?
And I feel like that fire in the belly is a very important thing. Like football ultimately is a game full of adrenaline.
Yeah.
And you need the josh, to win matches. But then that josh ultimately, like, one thing we don't really associate with football is experience, but that's quite important.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, that even the old Ronaldo is a Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, even being in the center and not booming much, he can do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
So that counts as experience.
I mean, Ronaldo, you look at him now, he's still top 5 players in the world, easily, 36 years old. Yeah.
So that's the thing, like the Danish side may have the josh, but then somehow I think they may fall down in front of talent, like because England has the josh, has the youngsters in them, and has a tactical advantage.
So let's talk about the two semi-finals, and eventually let's talk about the final and who's gonna win. The first semi-final, your team versus Italy, Spain versus Italy.
No, that's actually at night.
Yeah.
The first is against it's England versus Denmark.
Okay. So England versus Denmark.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel Denmark's going to fall a bit short in front of England?
I think so.
Okay.
Honestly, I think so.
Okay, so against England, you're expecting them to win.
Yeah.
I mean, expecting them to lose.
Because like if it was England in the group stages, I would have said that it was an equal competition.
Yeah.
But then now England's regrouped. They are fierce and they are out to win it. So I feel like, and then again, England is a team which has a taste for blood. It has won tournaments, and so it can, like it has that spirit within that we are the English team and we have to win. And they also have like players who've played with world class players. Like Rashford, he's played with Pogba.
Yeah.
So these kind of teams, and again, like a huge chunk of England's team consists of Chelsea players, Tottenham players, Man United players, Man City players. So again, like these teams, and you see some of the creams of the other teams, like Hazard from Belgium. This guy has played for Chelsea. Like the English team has a lot of opportunity to draw from their experiences. Being a young team, they can draw a lot from their experiences, and they can like break through the Danish defenses.
So you think there's no substitute for adrenaline or aka Josh?
No, I feel like there is. Like experience is one. And because of that, like England might just get through, in this match.
Okay. So you're expecting England to go through to the final?
I mean, I would love to see Denmark in the finals, but then I just feel like, to be realistic,
Yeah, and plus the talent they can bring on from the bench is kind of outrageous, don't you think? I
Exactly.
mean, if they play Grealish, they can bring on Sancho. If they play, they can bring on Rashford. They can bring on Phil Foden. A plethora of players, you know. So let's get to the big one, shall we? Spain versus Italy. What do you what do you think? Your team versus the favorites, I would say, to win the champion.
Yeah, this one's
Championship,
actually, I mean, I don't like to say it,
Hmm.
but I think it's Italy.
Italy.
Italy's
And
gonna.
why do you think that?
I mean, look at Italy. Like they're playing as a different beast right now. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the group matches, they just completely decimated the other teams. And Spain, we've not been able to see that a lot. They've just shown their actual capability in two matches, and then again, like Italy has experience.
Yeah. But it wasn't convincing, was it? Spain's win.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't as convincing as Italy's win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, yeah,
Like Italy, it felt like Italy knew what they're doing,
yeah.
and they went ahead and did it. Like destroying a team like Belgium is
Yeah.
no minor feat. I
No,
tell you.
no, it's no easy task. Yeah.
So and then again, like another thing, Spain, they haven't played any big teams. Like all the teams against them have been like the underdogs.
With all due respect, yeah.
With all due respect.
Yeah.
So and this is actually one of the first times when this Spanish team is gonna face a big team. So I mean, I'm not sure we have seen what they're gonna show in this match, like what Spain is gonna present to us in this match. They've ever shown us that exact same thing in the entire tournament. And then Italy again has shown what it's capable of
Yeah.
against big teams, like against Lukaku, against KDB.
Yeah.
They've shown what they can do.
And
So I
they
feel
don't
like-
play with any fear, do they?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the defense is rock solid. Chileni and
Completely.
Bonucci, rocks at the back. And I feel one player who has greatly impressed me is Chiesa.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays for Juventus, and you were talking about the experience. So he plays with Cristiano Ronaldo, so he has that winners mindset, you know.
Exactly.
And who better to give you that mindset, or who better to draw your inspiration from than Cristiano Ronaldo? You get, I mean, it's he has really been impressive, and plus Immobile and Insignia. I mean, these guys just look unstoppable. So you're expecting Italy to
Yeah, I
advance to
mean,
the finals.
It's gonna be like a beast against a beast that's sleeping, you know, like Italy's the beast that's awakened right now, and Spain, I feel like they were the beast before in like 2010, 2012, 2008, but then those beasts are asleep right now. So I feel Italy's gonna take it home
Okay.
in the semi-finals.
So coming to the finals, the big one. Your prediction: Italy versus England. Let's hear it. Who's taking the championship home?
I really don't know. Like this match is something like if it's England and Italy, then it's gonna be something like really hard to predict,
Yeah.
because even England has suddenly shown what they're capable of. Like in the last match, they decimated.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Uh,
The Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Yeah.
They just no.
No.
They
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
They completely decimated Ukraine 4-0.
Yeah.
And then again, Italy on the other hand, they took on Belgium.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are two teams that have played with giants. Like I mind you, England did play with Germany, and they did defeat them 2-0.
Yeah.
So it's a team. These are teams which have shown what they're capable of, and that's why I feel like they can like really cause damage to each other. You know. So I really don't know who's gonna take it home, but I can assure you that's gonna be a great match.
My thoughts on I share your vision. I mean, I think Italy's going to advance, and I honestly think that England's going to advance, no problem. Italy may face some problems here or there, but nothing to be too concerned about. They have the attacking power. They're solid at the back, and I feel they will reach the finals. Coming to the finals, it's as you said, it's going to be very very interesting. It's going to be a banger of a match. I mean, भाई सोच लो कि इटली वर्सेस इंग्लैंड जो अटैकिंग पावर है दोनों के बीच में, either we get to see a lot of goals or either they play defensive. They give the other team too much respect.
It's either going to be like either Belgium, Japan,
Yeah.
or it's going to be like like the 2010 World Cup where Spain just scored one single goal in the
Final
extra time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I honestly feel that it's really hard, again, splitting hairs here, but I would say Italy just edge out England because the confidence in the Italian side. I'm not saying the England side is. I mean, the England team is devoid of confidence, but then I just feel they look like a championship team. They look like a winning team. They did not did not show Belgium any respect. Did they just I mean, it was an emphatic performance.
Yeah, I mean, actually, like, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But then, looking at last night's match, I just saw that slight glimmer of hope, in the English side that they are back. So if it was before last night,
Yeah.
I would have agreed with you. Like, Italy would just beat England to a notch. But then I feel like after last night, it's anyone's game in between the two.
So it's going to be interesting to say the least.
It's going to be fun, yeah.
The semi-finals as well as the finals. It's going to be fun. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Make sure to hit that like button, Janta. Please subscribe, comment करना कैसा लगा वीडियो, कैसा लगा हमारी discussion, or if you have something to say, or if you want to share your opinion, please comment down below. And remember, face reveal again, saying this again, and Mr. Akbar here will agree with me. We are going to do a face reveal at 100 subscribers. मुझे पता है बहुत लो है. कोई बोलते हैं 100K, कोई बोलता है 500K, कोई बोलता है million subscribers. नहीं भाई, हम लोग 100 subscribers सीधे. क्योंकि why? Because we are some sexy ass bastards, okay? And we can't wait to meet other sexy bastards. So please hit the subscribe button, and until then, take care. See you, Mr. Akbar.
Please subscribe.
Chalo, see you.